Hi, I'm Chef Carol, and today I'm going to make a pizza out of cauliflower keto pizza crust. I love to shop supermarkets, and I love to see whatever the new low-carb products are out there. So I saw this online, and it said it was being sold at Walmart. So I journeyed there today, picked up a package, and I must suggest that you be very careful about cauliflower pizza crust. Some of them say cauliflower, but they're largely brown rice flour and other ingredients. And when you look at the carb count is about between 15 and 26. So when I looked at these ingredients, it basically says that this particular product has net 1 gram of carbs per 1/3 of the crust of pizza. It has 90 calories and 8 grams of protein. So it has a total of 3 grams of carbs, 2 dietary fiber, and 1 gram of sugar per 1/3 of a crust. I also found this Italian salami, and when I compared it to the turkey, it had a lower carb count than the turkey pepperoni, and it also had a lower sodium count. So I opted for the Italian salami. I also picked up a jar of Rao's homemade 4-cheese sauce, and those that are familiar with Rao know that ketogenic people like it because it has no sugar in it. I've grated some mozzarella cheese. Now, sometimes when you cook, you try to take the help where you can get it. However, grated cheese has some type of a coating on it that keeps it from sticking together. So that's something extra that's probably added into your meal that you could probably do without. So since I have plenty of time, and anytime you have plenty of time, it's always good to do your own. So I grated my mozzarella cheese. I'm also going to be using garlic powder and oregano. So let me get to it. My oven is preheating to 400 degrees. I have a sheet pan that I've covered in parchment. I'm going to open this box. My oven just signaled to me that it's ready. So this comes with 2 pieces of cauliflower crust. They are individually wrapped. The crust has the consistency of a wrap. Since it was frozen, it is on the damp side. I'm going to suggest that you cut the entire wrap out of the package. Now, these wraps have to cook for 10 to 12 minutes on the bottom rack of the stove. Then they will cool for 10 minutes before I could put any topping on it. And it says this is key for the crust to be crisp. So that's what I'm about to do right now. My crust is cooling. And one of the things that I've noticed on this package is it says here it's more than a pizza crust. You can use this to create an Italian panini using spinach, mozzarella, basil, pepperoni, salami. And interestingly, you can use it to make a keto lasagna, which I think is great. I usually use vegetables, but it would be nice to be able to cut this pizza crust into slices and use that in between the layers of meat and sauce. So the ingredients here are cauliflower, mozzarella cheese, pasteurized milk, salt, egg whites, psyllium husk, dried basil, garlic powder, and Italian seasonings. It says it also contains egg and milk. So as you can see, there are no grains in this crust. Here's my crust. I flip this one over. And I've just flipped them over. I've allowed the crust to cool for the past 10 minutes. Now, even though I baked both these crusts at the same time, one came out more caramelized and the other still seemed as if it was in its initial stage. So I put it back in the oven by itself for another 10 minutes, and I now allowed it to cool as well. So as I said, I'm using Rao's homemade 4-cheese sauce. It contains Parmesan, Pecorino Romano, Grana Padano, and Asiago. The instructions suggest using ingredients lightly. And that's probably because the crust is very thin, and too much of any one thing will probably cause it not to cook as well. So I'm only going to put a couple of tablespoons on. Next, I'm going to use cheese that I grated. I'm going to add a little garlic, this garlic powder. So I'm just going to add a little sprinkle. And I'm also going to add a little oregano. Now this package of Italian salami says serving size is 7 slices. The actual pizza seems to hold about 7 slices. So if it's 7 slices per serving, it cuts down your calorie count significantly. And now I'm going to put this in the oven under broil for about 2 to 3 minutes. I have now taken the pizza out of the oven. The crust is not particularly crusty, so I'm going to let it sit here for a few minutes before I cut it. The serving size is 1/3. I cut my pizza into quarters. So I can tell you, it's a very thin slice. It has the consistency that would make a very good wrap, and hopefully one day I will actually use it to make a lasagna. And let me just taste it. What I can say is your ingredients will make the pizza, not the crust. However, this cauliflower pizza crust has potential. It just needs to be developed a little more. And it just needs to be determined how to make it a little crispier. Maybe if I put it in a air fryer next time where the air goes all around it instead of just on the pan, it will make a difference. But for right now, it's a tasty little snack because the mozzarella, the Rao's sauce, and the pepperoni make it tasty. So bon appetit. See you soon.